We're here at the Mac Tools Expo in Dallas, and I'm talking with Paul Zarlengo, one of the product managers. He has some interesting new lights to show.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to introduce, this is our new line of corded lights. This exclusive body that we developed with our customers has a big heavy rubber grip, lighted switch, bumpers on the sides and the top. The hook completely ratchets, spins. And another thing that our customers complained about in other lights was they break the hooks. Sometimes they leave it attached to the vehicle, they pull it off, they snap the hook. The hook is completely field repairable. You can disconnect it and replace the hook itself. The other piece that we developed is, in the old school shop lights, have been out for a long time, they had the wire cages. We had customers, when we did our voice of customers, they said some guys liked the cages to protect the lens, other people didn't like it because it tangled. So what we did is we put it on, but we made it removable. The customer can take it off. It always comes with it attached. You just disconnect it. If you don't want it for tangling purposes, you can put it back on. The reason for the cage for a corded light is when you're dealing with heat, in other words, like radiator and those types of things, you set the light down. Oftentimes, the technician ends up burning the lens and damaging the light. This eliminates that. The other great value of this, you also have a plug on the end, high strength cord relief. And the other thing is the bulb in this is a fluorescent bulb, and it is incredibly bright. This is about 1,200 lumens. This is a single bulb, and then the other sister product here is the double bulb. Oops, wait a minute, here it is, plugged in. And it is basically like holding this is almost 2,000 lumens. This is basically like holding a sun tanning bed in your hand. It is incredibly powerful. And what I wanted to talk about additionally is those are fluorescent types of products in those two new bodies that we have. We also are working on LED versions in the same thing. So it's using the same housing, but we'll provide the LED version. These you can break if you drop it hard enough. This does not.
And how bright does the LED light get?
Oh, the LED gets about 800 lumens.
Okay.
The fluorescent lights will always be much greater lumen output, just the nature of the bulbs. This is what's called the COB, or chip on board. This is the second generation type of LED that's out. The first generation looks, you can see in here with the LEDs, the first generation LEDs, what I call is a bubble LED. The first generation, the LEDs were weaker. They just couldn't put out much focus light. So the manufacturers of LEDs, they put a glass dome over them. Some of the industry call it a bubble LED, but that glass dome allows the light from the chip to be focused. They have a tendency, they can burn out, but they are weaker, and to deal with that weakness, they put that dome. The second generation, remove that dome, and you can kind of see the chip up closer, but vastly stronger output, almost 4x factor, and incredibly more durable. I mean, these LEDs basically just don't burn out.
Okay, so and there's definitely an environmental benefit to using LEDs, correct?
Exactly. One, you don't have the breakage that you occasionally can get to with a halogen bulb, and you just never really replacing them. You don't throw that away. You don't have the gas that's coming out with the fluorescent bulbs, that type of thing. And LEDs also are lower heat. The other bulbs can put out heat. Doesn't mean the light's going to fail or melt. It's been designed to compensate for that, but it will put out heat. So if you're dealing with a shop environment where you have a lot of exhaust gases and fuel vapors and things, you may want to be exclusively an LED product, but other people want that really bright output, so they're picking the bulbs. So we're going to provide either one.
Okay. And Paul, these lights are all available now?
Yes, they're all available here at the show. They all run roughly around the $150 price point, $129, $149. The other thing I wanted to show you real quick is this looks kind of goofy with a 1-foot cord. There's a reason for it. We also developed a set of extension cords. We call them the locking extension cords. I'll show you here. This is similar to, you see it says slide to lock right here. If you look down inside it, you can see there's these metal teeth that are in there. This is very similar to an air tool type of junction, where you have to slide the collar back to be able to release the air tool. Same concept in an extension cord. When you pull this jacket back, it opens up those jaws inside. With this particular type of product, which is having a short cord, if you purchase the extension cord, you just open up, slide it back, connect it. Hang on. and it's fixed. And what the value it does is, for a reel like this, typically a reel is attached to the ceiling, and if you ever have to service the light, you have to take it all down. In this situation, it works just like a normal reel. You just disconnect the light when you have a service issue, and you keep your extension cord, and you can still power anything else you need. So we have a locking extension cord family, 50-foot reel, 30-foot reel, and 25-foot loose. And then we have our shop lights with a 1-foot cord, so you're not paying for the extra copper. A little bit less expensive and around the $100 range. If you add the cord, the 25-foot cord versions, it's in the $129 price point range.
Okay. Paul, thank you.
Thank you.